mama. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I didn't mean to make you cry. Living off the line.
Watch our water cartoons together.
I want a pet crow. I've been thinking about that shit recently, like just getting a whole ass raven.
That would be badass. My dream is to have a hedgehog and a chameleon and they're best friends. And if I think about it too hard, it starts to make me cry because it's the happiest thing I could possibly imagine.
I've always, like, whenever I think of, like, a bird I don't want to have, it's not like a traditional parakeet. I want a big fuck-off raven. Or like a crow, because much like me, it'll grab all the shiny shit that it finds. Because I just have the habit of, like, I'll find some shiny shit on the side of the road, I'll pick it up, I'll pocket it, forget it's in my pocket, and then find it later and be like, oh.
It's a sign of neurodivergence.
What do you mean?
Often ADHD can be called crow brain. When people start collecting trinkets.
That's where I found my 357 Magnum bullet, with several coins that have been hit by cars. The fucking spring. I love the spring. So right.
I don't know what these things are.
You haven't found you haven't been here to see the artifacts I've collected.
What the fuck?
Just on my walk to work, it'll just be on the side of the road, and I'll just grab it. And if I don't grab it, it bugs me, and I grab it on my way home. So my brain's like, you gotta have it.
Jem and I went to the art museum for a date one day, and there was this one piece of art of a New York artist who would go for walks every day and smoke an entire pack of cigarettes and then use the plastic wrap to just put shit they found on their walk-in. And that was the art, and they'd build a calendar out of these different packs of shit. And mostly it was really cool. And you get to like day 31 of the 3rd month, and there's just a used-ass condom in there.
You know, I'd pick that up too, I gotta be honest.
Bro picks it up with his bare hands, I swear.
I'd do the same thing. I have to, like, be utterly honest with you. If I think it's interesting, I'm gonna pick it up. I don't know.
Used condoms.
It's just in my brain, this is weird, I'm gonna have a story to tell later. And so I'll pick it up.
The old jelly helmet.
Like fuck, I've done that with so many bullets at the shooting range, where it'll be hot brass on the ground, but my brain's like, shiny. We need it. Eat this egg. Eat this fucking egg. Eat that egg.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Eat my egg.
You want another egg? Let me feed you another egg.
I'll give him one a day.
Let me feed you another egg.
Reach your hand to the big trough and grab yourself a handful.
Well, I've given him one gift and I've spoken to him for the day. My life is complete. I can kill myself now.
Time to go to bed. That's kind of what I did my first year of the game.
Fucking sleep.
I was speedrunning getting married, and then I regretted it. And I made him, like, I think it was 50,000 to divorce her.
Yeah.
It was a lot. I have learned if you date all of the men or all of the women, there's a unique event where they get mad at you and they hate you.
Yeah.
But if you have a rabbit's foot, they won't ever find out.
I don't like that.
So you can secretly date everyone, which feels pretty Tate, not gonna lie.
Are you gonna do that? Date all the men?
Maybe I should.
Alex, mine, I'll fucking kill you.
Or I date all the low-value women all at once while getting married to Shane, who's actually the high value, and they're just like the sides, you know?
That is the more Tate thing to do. Hey, there's Elliot.
That's a lot of work, though. That's a lot of women.
You're scared of women?
The thought of juggling women in this farming simulator game stresses me out so bad. I could never in real life.
Thought of juggling women in this economy.
Honestly, fucking real. Dates are expensive.
I've been having a conversation with Ryan recently where he'll bring up like, man, I went on this date and I went, must be nice. I can't afford that shit, dog. That's so much money that I don't have the like mind. It's not that I couldn't. I just don't want to.
Oh yeah.
Like I as a person am happy and well moisturized in my lane. Not bothering nobody.
I call it enrichment time in my enclosure.
Like you know that fat dude who's in like the little pond with his like stein? That's me. I want to be that. I want to be happy in my lane, moisturized. I love the moisturized part.
Yeah, you gotta stay moist. You gotta be.
I won't be a little hydrated boy. Like if I had the option, I would Uncle Iroh myself like immediately. Go find a fucking. I'd go find some fuck off place to drink tea and smoke a pipe. And
But first you have a son, and then you send him off to war, and then he dies, and then you abandon your wife to spend time with your nephew.
That's something I would do though.
Like the next one. I don't know what happened to Iroh's wife. I don't want to put that on him. I don't know that he abandoned his wife.
I don't think he abandoned her. I think she died.
She just dead.
I'm pretty sure.
In World War II?
I'm pretty sure she was. I think. Well, he's old. I can only imagine she was also old.
Well, I gotta Google this.
Like, could have just died of old.
What happened to Iroh's wife?
I am curious.
We know nothing at all.
Oh.
She probably died years before the series began.
Wasn't he in exile when the series begins?
Well, Prince Zuko was, and then he stayed with Prince Zuko.
I'm getting the interaction where the kids are like banging on the sewer.
There's some theory that she died in childbirth.
Oh.
So that he just raised the son all by himself. It's just that. Leaves of the Vine, sometimes if I need a good cry, I put that on.
Dude, I hate the lore of that, because he died shortly after that.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves from the vine. Leaf. Leaf, leaf, leaf. I want to watch Avatar again. Sometimes I'll just listen to like Iroh advice if I like am downtrodden. I'll find like quotes. Like there is a very specific video I have watched a few times when I've like started beating myself up, where it's like very calming lo-fi music with just Iroh quotes and a campfire in the background.
Honestly, that sounds pretty fucking sweet.
And that has been like my like. I miss my grandfather and him giving me advice, so I supplement.
Yeah.
Then again, my grandfather's advice was not at all anything Iroh would ever say. My grandfather was like, anybody steps on your turf, break his face.
But hey, it's delivered in a loving way.
I think my favorite advice he ever gave me was like, he was like, if you ever get married, trick her into thinking that you don't know how to cook. So then you learn what she can cook, so then you can surprise them with something that you know how to cook. He's like, that's what I did for your grandma. Now she just has Alzheimer's and doesn't remember I can cook.
Oh no.
And it made me really sad. He said it with like this smile, like he was thinking of the first time he surprised her. Because no one thought my grandfather could cook. That man cooked the meanest steak I've ever eaten. It was fucking delicious. He smoked meats. That was kind of his thing, and my grandmother was under the impression that he couldn't do that.
You're out here smoking penises, no homo. Go on.
And I remember one time we went over there, he had his roaster in the back shed, and it's going. He's talking to my dad, he's got his Budweiser in his hand. And my grandma walks outside, and it's like, what are you cooking? Just before we knew she had Alzheimer's, her memory was going, but it wasn't gone.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "What are you cooking?" His response is, "You'll like it. It's like you, a cow." And she throws her shoe at him. And then he goes in and apologizes because he was like, "Oh, I didn't think that would upset her."
Damn.
I was like, "You're not that smart, Popsy, but when you are, it's funny."
Brutal Gramps. Fucking got her.
I still remember when he like physically picked up and tossed my cousin for trying to hit my grandma.
I mean, damn right.
My cousin is my age.
Oh, absolutely, damn right, yeah.
And he'd get at my grandma because he'd want money. And my grandfather was like, "Okay, bitch. Die."
Die.
Die.
And then Popsy got cancer. But to move to a lighter thing.
My dad's cancer. What? No, let's move on to something else.
Wait. No. To move to a lighter subject. My credit score is gone.
Man, we are really getting to that age now where that is the exciting news.
Like, low-key, it is. I was like, oh, my credit score is like a 704. I want to raise it higher because someday I'd like to own a house. I got a PayPal credit card.
Oh, man. One day.